Hello friends, this is Bhatia from Sukhmani Immigration Services, Brampton, Canada. I'm a regulated and licensed Canadian immigration consultant. Today very excited because today I'll be sharing with you 4 PNP draws which were recently held. What are the details? What are the fine details in this? I will share everything with you, but before that, a small request. If you are new to the channel and have not subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. We talk a lot about Canadian immigration news, update, tips and tricks on this channel. If you like the video, please share it with your family and friends so that they can also benefit. Please press the bell icon so this video comes to you immediately when we upload. So without further delay, let's move on to a very important video which is about the recent 4 PNP draws. So recent 4 PNP draws are conducted. I am starting with Ontario. Not that I live in Ontario, but Ontario is king of PNP. That is why I always start with Ontario. So Ontario PNP draw, Ontario has done 2 PNP draws and I'll share the details. But before we understand the draw, let us look at the OINP categories. If you don't know the categories, you will never understand where the draw happened. So first, let us look at the categories of Ontario Immigration Nominee Program OINP, and then we will move to the actual draw. OINP categories. Basically, OINP is divided into 3 categories. Express entry linked, and the second one is without express entry. The third is entrepreneur category. So 3 categories: express entry linked, expression of interest. This one is not linked to express entry. You do not need a profile in express entry for expression of interest. And the third is entrepreneur, which is for business owners, businessmen. So these are the 3 categories. The draw happened in expression of interest category. I have in my previous videos explained in detail that it is just like a marriage proposal. When you go and seek the marriage proposal, it is called expression of interest. When based on your profile you get a marriage proposal, that is called notification of interest. Notification of interest is linked to express entry. Expression of interest, you do it. So that is the basic difference. Lot of people are confused in this. I tried to clear with the help of many examples in the past. Again telling you, expression of interest, you make the expression of interest. You go and seek it. And for that, you do not need a profile. You do not need an express entry profile. Hope that is clear. So expression of interest is also further divided into 2 categories. The first one is graduate stream. The second one is employer job offer. The graduate stream is further divided into 2 categories: masters and PhD. And employer job offer is divided into foreign worker stream, international student stream, and in-demand skills. So these are the categories. Draw happened in the masters and PhD category. So these are the 2 categories where draw happened. So let us look one by one for both draws. Masters is very important category because a lot of people from back home, India, Pakistan, they do the graduation and come here and do diploma. And sometimes I really feel bad for them that because they have been kind of given advice by a crooked agent, I will say crooked agent, because they don't have the license. Back home, they don't have that. They are just education agents. They just send you here, that's all. If they know that this kind of stream exists, that you can go into a master's program, almost the same cost. You do your master's. One, you will have master's degree for your entire life. Second, you qualify for a master's program, a PR program, and you do not need an express entry profile. That is as simple as that. You do not need 1 year of experience. So this happened to me, right? A candidate came to my office and he said, I have done masters in statistics and can you guide me? Where should I go? Which province should I go? I said, why do you want to go to the other province? You can get PR from here in Ontario. He said, I don't believe it. I said, yes, you can get it. Because you do not know that you are sitting on a gold mine. You have done masters. And that too from Northern Ontario. So you already made the points. So he was like shocked because he was not aware. So that is what happening. Master's program is such a valuable program which can help you get the PR easily. Master's, PhD. Now, let us look one by one into the draw. So, master's stream, the draw was conducted from the government website, information right in front of you. You will be shocked how many people were called. Master's draw happened on October 30th, but posted 2 or 3 days late. So, October 30th, the draw was conducted and 1,051 people were called. They were invited and the score was 43 and above. Now this score is not a CRS score. Again, let me clarify, this is not a CRS score. You do not need a profile in express entry, and this is Ontario's own matrix. This is between November 22nd to October 30th. Those who have made the profile will get this invite. So that is the information on master's program. Now let us look at the snapshot. A snapshot tells you how many people this program has called in 1 year. So date by date, entire month by month information right in front of your eyes. So here it is. 5,734 people. One single program of Ontario. 5,734 people were called. This is sometimes even higher than the entire year quota of other province. One program. There are many other programs, skilled worker, there are many other options, HCP, employer job offer, but this one single program called 5,734 people. And now we move on to the second part, which is PhD. So PhD, usually the number are few, because first of all very few people do PhD, and because it is a little bit stressful and time consuming. So people who do PhDs, that is why the number of candidates under the PhD stream are always very less, because very few people do that. So PhD, here is the government information from the government website. Let us see one by one the complete analysis. So PhD, this draw happened on October 30th, same day as masters, and posted 1 or 2 days later. 66 candidates were invited, 42 was the score, and again the profiles were between November 22nd and October 30th, 2023. This is not a CRS score, this is Ontario's own matrix. So now let us look at the snapshot. PhD, 500 people, almost 500 people were called so far in 2023 by Ontario. So all details right in front of you. Now let's move on from Ontario to another province. Before that, just reminding, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. And now moving on to another province, which is BC. BC has conducted the first PNP draw of November 2023. Now here, let me take a minute to explain you that BC conducts draw every Tuesday. November 7th, which was yesterday, was the first Tuesday of November. That is why this is the first draw. 7th November. And BC conducts a draw in 2 parts. Part 1, Part 2. Part 1 is a general draw, whereas Part 2 is a targeted draw. So all this we are going to see in coming here right in front of you. November 7th is the draw which was happened. So this draw, the Part 1 of the draw can be a general draw or a tech draw. They alternate, right? So here it was a tech draw. Right here is the information. Now the Part 2 of the draw, which is a targeted, which usually targets early childhood educators, healthcare workers, veterinary doctors. So all these are targeted. Here only two people were selected. One is early childhood educators and healthcare. So all this information let us see in the form of analysis, which will be easier for you to understand. How many people called? 190 people were called, and out of which draw 1, which has tech people, which was tech focused draw, 104 people were called. 86 people were called under the part 2 of the draw, and out of 86, 51 were early childhood educators, whereas 25 are healthcare workers. So all this information about the draw. Now let us look at the snapshot. The snapshot tells you how many people BC has invited so far. So BC has invited so far 8,843 people. All information right month by month, date by date in front of your eyes. So 8,843 people are invited. Recent draw 7th November. Yesterday 190 people invited. So from BC, let's move on to another province, which is Manitoba. 25th PNP draw of Manitoba was done, and Manitoba has started the occupation specific draws, but this time they have not done occupation specific draw. It was a general draw. So let us look at from the government website, the Manitoba draw. This draw number is 198, and from the government website, here is the information. Sometimes hard to understand. Let us look point by point for easy understanding. So draw was done November 2nd. 2nd November the draw was done, and 3 categories: skilled workers in Manitoba, 204 LAA were issued. LAA is letter of advice to apply. It is same as ITA. So 204 LAA was issued, and the score was 785. 785 was a score. Skilled workers overseas. Number of people invited 65. Score 708, and the international education stream for the students. So usually this is around 50-60, but this time they have increased a lot. 131 people have called. So this is about, the total is 400. So 400 letter of advice to apply were issued, and out of these 400, 60 are those who have profile in express entry. So I always say it is very important, if possible, do make profile in express entry. Now with that, let us look at the snapshot. The snapshot tells you how many people so far have been invited. So Manitoba 25 draws 2023 invited 13,000 people so far. So write all the date by date information in front of you. So as I always say, each case is different, each profile is different. If you need to discuss your own case with us, more than welcome. You can book an appointment. Our office is located in Brampton. Address, email ID, phone number, everything shared right here with you. Very important thing. If you have still not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Our team puts a lot of effort to bring all this information to you. Thank you very much for watching the video. Thanks.